that a son of a gun to chord?
Yeah, I've played it so much, so
you're more used to it.
I'm used to it. An E minor in there, and then
It
up to
just,
the A.
yeah, it jumped
But
forward.
see, that's a good speed. Some of them play that so fast, and that's
Pete
not a
does.
fast tune.
Pete
Yeah, and it's
Pete
really
does.
not a fast tune. The Canadians don't play it that, do they?
No, well, Pete does. He
Yeah,
plays
Pete.
it
Well, down
very-
there a lot of them do. They'll play it just as
Yeah.
fast as you can go, you know, and you
Yeah.
can't even get your change.
I know it. You
Can't
I
get your
can't
changes
think
in.
fast
Yeah, you
enough.
can't get them in fast enough.
No. Play Soldier's Joy.
Little different chord in it there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
One part where it drops
yeah, he drops down to the G.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I kind of like
Oh
that.
yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
fine.
make it so repetitious.
Yeah, that's fine. Chinese breakdown, is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
How about Silver and Gold?
G. think I've heard that, but not enough to remember it. That's a good tune.
It's a good
There's a silver and gold waltz, I think, too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, that's what I think I've heard. That's a good little tune.
Uh-huh.
Now, what would you call that? A polka or
I don't
it wouldn't
know
be a
what
polka?
Or a two-step, I'd
Two-step, it would
say,
be, yeah, just a two-step, yeah.
We gotta play Greet the Folks at Home. You know that?
No.
Don't you? That's a real Norwegian
That's
piece.
the Norski one.
What key is it?
It's in C.
Should have stopped before I messed you up there.
No, you didn't mess us up at
Almost
all.
got it, but it's just a little
There's
different in
some
that
tricky- yeah,
second part
tricky
there. Well, it's
chords
not,
there.
it's not that bad. It's just if I knew where to go to it.
Yeah, that's an old one.
That's a pretty one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's,
is.
you two, don't, what are you talking about that you're not doing good?
Oh, I'm
Goodness,
not
that sounds
I vote
good.
terrible.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, there's fiddlers down in our part of the country would envy you being playing second twin fiddle like that, playing harmony fiddle like that.
I like to harmonize better than playing melody.
Yeah, well,
It's
that's
a lot
you're
easier.
You're doing a good
A
job.
lot easier.
You'll hear him make the mistake, seeing not the one on the harmony. Is that it?
What do you want now?
I don't know.
That's a pretty tune.
I can't think of that.
That's when I'm going to have this young fiddler. He still plays some waltzes. He just did a couple of tapes. I seconded him on the waltzes on them. and which I'm trying to keep him encouraged, you know. But this is one I wanted to hear. What was the name of that now?
Greet the folks at home.
Yeah, greet the folks at home.
And in Norwegian is Hälsa dig dem hjemme, isn't it?
Something like that.
Well, that's, I want him to learn that one. That's a pretty one.
Yeah, that is pretty. I'll play piano a while.
This is kind of a novelty tune. It's Pig Squeal Polka. No, Pig Squeal Schottish.
It's big. Okay, let's.
Yeah, it's in D.
I've heard we do a lot of mules.
Oh.
A lot of mules baying, you know, and everything down there. They have I can't think of the name. There's 2 or 3 tunes where they make the mule bay, but that's the first one I've heard of the pig squealing on there.
He learned that from a guy in Wisconsin, Leonard Fossum, but he passed away.
That's
He
a
was
cute
a
one.
good
That's a cute
fiddler.
I think you know this one. It's in G. It's called Andy's Old Time Waltz.
Let's see.
Go. Texas, I thought probably he brought it up.
What'd you call it now?
Andy's Old Time Waltz.
No.
What do you think of Lloyd's fiddler?
Yeah,
A
that's
guy
a good
up
one.
in the cities carved that and gave it to him. I think that is so good.
Now, do your children play any of this type of music, any of the traditional music? Or?
Oh yeah, they were raised on it.
Yeah, where they play piano or fiddle or guitar or
Well,
what?
both of them play play piano.
You have a boy and a girl?
Yeah. And they both took vocal lessons. They teach vocal music. Our daughter took some violin lessons, and she can play by ear too, as well as by notes. A little bit harder for our son to play by ear. He can do it. He can chord with us, you know. But it becomes easier if you can play by notes.
Yeah. Well,
Our son, and we was up there last weekend, and our son and his daughter, she's 17,
Yeah.
sang a duet in church Sunday morning, and that was
Oh.
just beautiful.
That was good.
that makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Coming home
does.
in the car, I put that tape on that Bob gave me of the hymns. And Mona said, well, that's Sharon singing. I said, Sharon doesn't sing. I said, that isn't her. I said, I don't think she does. I said, I haven't heard her do anything, you know. And she said, that's Sharon. I said, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong. So she got the liner notes out. Boy, it shut me up in a hurry, because that is Sharon on there singing.
Yeah.
Then I heard her, you know. I could tell then. Yeah.
That must be the tape she gave us then, is it? With Sharon
Hymns,
on
and there has some steel guitar on it too. Has some electric instruments on it too.
Is this the last one
Yeah,
that he's made?
yeah. I think so.
We don't have the last
Don't
one.
we have the last one?
I don't think so. But
It
we've
says
got
an
one
recent
that,
guitar group and plays hymns or something like that on it.
I thought we did.
Got a bunch of Norwegian hymns and then conventional
Yeah.
American hymns, you know.
Well, what did she give us down in Decorah then?
Well, I think that was her own tape.
Oh, she has one.
Oh, maybe it was. Just
Okay.
of her.
I think it was.
That could be. Mhm. Let's see.
Well, you got any suggestions? I don't know.
Yeah.
You play any of that Craig Rewell stuff?
Valsi Budra.
Well,
Yeah,
there's-
now I like
there-
Bossy Blue.
there's-
What's that in? B flat?
D.
D?
I play it in D.
Yeah, okay.
I think he does too.
All right, it's got something else in it though. D and let's go ahead. That's right. Now, what was the minor part in? I used to know that. I used to play that, and I haven't played that tape in a long time.
I
Is
can't
it-
tell you what it is.
The D minor?
I think it's a D minor. And then it goes up to whatever that is.
F sharp minor? I do. F sharp. E minor. E minor. That's it.
Louder.
Yeah. Well, do it. Something else in that, but I couldn't remember.
Pretty?
That's a pretty one, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the other ones I learned was Shogun Bloomster Schottish. Did you ever hear that?
I do.
Now, I may not be pronouncing right, but I think
Yeah,
it's a
I
Schottish.
remember that
Shogun
when it's
Bloomster
on there,
Schottish.
but I don't think
And
you-
then there's Tater Waltz, or Tater,
that one we
Tater or
haven't
Tater Waltz.
worked on either.
And then, Jolita Polka.
Oh, yeah, that one you played. Da, da,
what's-
da, 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 da. That it?
Yeah, what's it, G?
I think so. Isn't it?
I don't know.
What does he say? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Right, you see.
How about you playing the fiddle?
I don't play the fiddle.
Oh, you don't play
Oh,
the fiddle?
no, no, no.
I thought you said you did.
Oh, no. I said I never played the fiddle, no.
Oh,
No, I barely get by with this thing. All I do is second fiddlers. Now, that's all I do, really.
oh, well, that's good.
That's all I do
good.
is second fiddlers.
Sure.
And I talked to a woman at the Library of Congress and then over different festivals. This is a problem all over the country, is they have no seconds. Nobody,
Yeah.
these youngsters aren't wanting to play, they want to play lead, in flat top pick or bluegrass or something. And they're not content to sit and chord to a fiddler. And it's really hurting the old time fiddling.
Oh,
And that's, piano second is just about gone in a lot of the country.
yeah.
Because the people that have learned other types, it's hard for them to ever get to this rhythm
Yeah.
you've got, say.
Our daughter-in-law, she plays real well by reading notes, but she said, how do you know when to change when you're chording?
Yeah.
I said, you hear that? She says, I can't hear it.
Well, I understand. Our old timers called them readers.
Yeah.
And they always said a reader. I remember one old boy that was just a fine old man that he told me, he said, readers don't make good dance fiddlers. 'Cause
Yeah.
he said they've got no time. They're too busy reading their notes, and everything.
Uh-huh.
And that's the truth, I
Yeah.
think it is.
I suppose.
Well, I know that lady up in Cotton, she's very good, but, well, she reads it by notes first, and then,
She
but you
doesn't
know-
get all the pretty swings
but a
in it.
fiddler can add a little something
Oh,
too.
sure.
And that's
yeah.
what makes it pretty.
Sure it is,
But
sure
she's
it is.
just so right on,
Yeah,
that,
Now, I understand, nothing against people reading music, because
No.
you can't have a 150-piece symphony orchestra with everybody playing by ear. That wouldn't
Yeah.
work,
No.
But this is fine
How
for
about
us.
Beer Barrel Polka in C and F?
But then, that's another one I haven't played in a long time. That was it. D, G, and let's see.
I like a guitar.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I like a guitar.
Oh, well, this is, when I played all the years, I had a J50 Gibson, which is a bigger guitar. And it has more volume with the bass, and I liked it better for seconding art on stage because I had a little more bass on it. But this little double-aught Martin, double-aught 18 is what this is. This is a fun little guitar to play. It's easy to play.
Sure. What is it you call that kind?
It's a Martin. It's a double-aught 18 is the model, which is just not quite a full size. And my Gibson's a big. In fact, I had to get used to. I was going way down here when it should have been up here when I started playing with it.
Isn't that the kind that Truman and Sue just bought? They had out here?
Martins and Gibsons are your two. These Martin guitar players are terrible. They don't think there's anything else. Old boy told me one time he borrowed my Gibson. He said, well, if it's not a Martin, it'll have to do. That's about the attitude. That's about the attitude they have on them. When you get around these guitar players, you'll ask them about the Martins and the Gibsons, and everything. Now listen, you let me know when it's time to quit all this here.
Oh, you don't have to worry.
I don't want to wear you out.
You don't have to worry about us.
Well, I'm not.
You,
Listen, we used to.
Well, let's see. Play Walsh, you say for me.
Oh, that's a pretty one. Yeah.
see.
Yeah. That's what we ended all our concerts with.
Huh?
That's what we ended all of our concerts with.
Oh, really?
In C and F. We played in C and then an F,
Well, then you step into F, you mean? You play it in C and then step into F? Oh.
Forgot the thing there.
That's pretty.
That's pretty in F, isn't it? But C, I like to change. I think that kind of adds to tune sometimes when you play them in more than one key. That was what we always ended our concerts with.
Play White, Where the White Lilies Grow. Have you heard of that one?
I don't know. Don't think so.
It's in D. Do I know it now?
Played that because I knew that as
That's an
a
old
yeah.
one.
It's a song, and that's probably the same words. I mean, in my mind, I kind of think it might have had a different. They might have said a different line of the song, you know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I know I've seconded that because it's right where it was going.
That was one of Wilbur Fossum's favorites.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty one.
Another
They're all
one of
pretty.
his favorites-
Yes, you bet.
Another one of his favorites is called "I'll Be All Smiles Tonight."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now, a while ago,
I-
that's what I thought you were going to start when you did. No. What'd you play a while ago? I said we played in C and F. Oh, last.
Waltz, you see.
Waltz You Say for Me, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what now?
I'll be
I'll
all,
Be All Smiles Tonight, yeah.
Fiddler. He
Fiddler.
played fiddler. I'll Be All Smiles Tonight, and he added that part.
Yeah, that's all
And he
right.
called the whole tune red-headed fiddler.
Oh, just adding that part on.
Yeah. Play Cottonwood. For that one.
I think I have, but I'm not enough to. Played it, I don't think maybe once or twice, but I've heard that a lot.
That's a pretty one.
That's a pretty waltz. Most of these that I recognize, other than Soldier's Joy, are from Central Missouri. Now, those guys get up in here some, see, or mixed with you in Iowa.
Yeah.
You know, that's where. But our people way down there never get up this high, see. And so unless I get around some of those guys, I don't hear some of these.
Sure, I suppose. Uh-huh. Oh, let's see.
Playing more schottisches?
Pardon?
You playing the more schottisches?
I haven't played that.
You stopped in there, and I thought, well, that's one of those. You ever heard the hesitation waltz?
No.
Well, there's a waltz where they stop for a couple of beats. The guitar is
really?
supposed to keep going, and then they come in. I thought that's what you were doing. I thought that tune had that in there. A pause, in other words, while we just kept chording, you know.
I haven't played it for so long that I forgot.
I thought, well, that's unusual. It's got the whatever you call that, plus the pause in there at the same time. What do you call it? Well, let's see where we are here first. Sounds all right, doesn't it? Yeah, close enough, I guess.
try maple sugar.
Okay. I'll bet you 5 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, I know it has to be. It has to be, because Lonnie, the one I really played it with, he died, 8 years ago, see, or so. And nobody plays that. You'll seldom hear that tune down there. So I call it maple syrup.
Oh.
When they played it.
San Antonio rolls and G.
Okay. Pushing you anything, am I?
No.
Holding my time all right, all right.
One of my trouble is I can't hold my speed down.
Well, that's what these guys are supposed to do, is help you
Yeah.
hold her down. Now, is this pretty much the way they second up in here?
Pardon?
Is this pretty much the way they second up in here? That's all we do is just what Maybell called old crowfoot guitar playing, you know, no bar chords. I couldn't do any bar chords if I had to, like the Texans do, you know. Just plain old, mostly open chords.
Yeah.
She called it crowfoot because you can make most of them with 3 fingers.
Well, we got one guy in the association that can bar.
Oh, well, we have a lot down there that can, you know, but most of us amateurs out, when we go to music parties, you won't see anybody bar chording there.
Red Wing.
What?
Red Wing?
Red Wing, yeah.
That wasn't Red Wing.
Now, what was that? That was
Silver Bell.
Silver Bells. I started to say I was going, did something I wasn't doing right.
Well.
Play Silver Bells. We play that a lot.
Are you ready? Cecil?
Yeah, coming. Okay,
This-
sounds good.
This used to be
I'd like
very
this.
common in all of the Ozarks, the wives seconding the husbands.
Oh, really?
But you don't see it too much anymore.
Is it?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I just don't see it much.
You know, in Arkansas, isn't it, we heard you aren't allowed to use a piano in their contest? Wasn't it Arkansas?
Well, that was just one instance.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it was.
I think they let them use them in at the folk center, which is the state contest. I'm pretty sure
Uh-huh.
they let them use it. Well, that's the best second there is for the fiddle, is the piano,
I like
especially
it.
6/8 tunes.
She's
Yeah.
been accompanying for about 55 years. Now we'll play Red Wing.
Nope, you're off on silver.
Michael, I can't think anymore.
What?
Red Wing.
Maybe it'd be better, I was thinking.
Yeah, that puts you between us then now.
I could sit here and then.
Yeah, I'll scoot over this way just a little bit here. Now we're where you can kind of hear us then.
Play Starlight.
Starlight Walls,
You want to play the new one?
play the old one. It's in G.
Okay, I'll squeeze it. Yeah. plays that occasionally, I
does
think.
he?
And then there was a boy from a little over in very southwest corner of Missouri that was the first one I heard play that. He plays that quite a bit. Yeah.
Do
so
they
it's
play at this speed or
Yeah.
real slow?
a little slower, but
So
not to
it's-
make any difference.
You
No,
know,
not
we
that
heard-
slow. About
guess-
what you were doing.
I guess, isn't that the way it's supposed to be played, that real slow speed, but I don't like
I don't
it.
know. I don't know. I've just heard,
There was
like
a
I
guy in
say,
Yankton we learned it from, and that's the way he
I
plays.
learned from Bill Sherman.
Yeah, but Chester Olson,
Oh, yeah.
that's the way he plays it, real slow.
yeah, no, that boy plays it just about like you played it.
And you know, in the wintertime or in January and February, they have old-time country music from Mason City Public Television on Thursday nights. Is Bob Everhart?
Mason City,
Ever heard
Iowa.
of him?
I don't know.
He's from Walnut, Iowa, down
Does he put on a festival or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
big.
Avoca.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, Avoca. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were something
Well,
got
anyway.
us going one year and we didn't. We had something else going on and we couldn't go.
Uh-huh.
And,
there.
there's some guys from down there go up there.
Oh,
Avoca, there's a harmonica player. Hunt's his name. Dave
Yeah.
Hunt. Plays that harmonica. It's got about 6 sides to it.
mhm.
Fairly well.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
You ever tried a second one of those guys?
You have to go down there when they have their festival. That starts the week before, well, it starts on a Wednesday before Labor Day, and it ends Labor Day. But is that ever a fun place?
Well, now, wasn't there some woman that collected a lot of fiddle music and stuff that used to go to that? Was a fiddler herself and was promoted stuff in Iowa somewhere. Our library got a letter from her wanting to donate her stuff somewhere. I think she's since passed away.
Oh, that could be.
I can't remember her name. Evidently, a lot of people down in there knew who she was. You know,
Yeah.
they said she was really well-meaning, but
Yeah.
was more of a formal musician and didn't really know what she was collecting. You know, and so
Oh.
some was good, some wasn't. But
Yeah.
anyway, I didn't know if you knew her or not.
Well, here's another version of the Starlight Waltz.
I like this version better.
Yeah, that's pretty. Very pretty.
Don't you think
Yeah,
that's
oh,
pretty?
yeah,
Oh,
I like that a lot better.
I like it better.
That's real pretty.
Play Reggie's. This is a Canadian piece.
Yeah, Reggie's Waltz in Dog B.
Where's this, in Minnesota?
Yeah, it's north part of Minneapolis. I don't know, about 30, 40 miles north of Minneapolis.
Something like that. Here's another Canadian from Reg Bobette. It's Sheila's Walls.
Sheila?
Yeah,
Sheila.
Sheila. Is that D or G?
G.
G.
Wait a minute.
hitting on the second beat on the first part. Is that a B minor?
Yeah.
That's what I was hitting, yeah. Okay.
Did you ever hear of Reg Bobette?
Of what?
Great fiddler, Reg
Oh,
Bobette.
no.
Bobette. He's
But
a
he-
French Canadian.
Mhm.
Passed away about 3 years ago. He had a
No,
bad
we
heart.
never, we know, oh,
You
because
must
of
hear-
festivals, Cormier, some guy named Cormier that's a Cape Breton, no, one of the British things. They know about him down, no, he's French Canadian, I guess, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then Art and I played with a lot of French Canadian fiddlers.
Yeah.
The Baudouin brothers, and of course Lloyd died years ago, and then forgotten who else. And then we played with the Cajuns quite a bit at these festivals. But a lot of Irish fiddlers we played with,
Oh, yeah.
everything. But they played pretty much the teams we play down there, you know.
Yeah. Play that one of that other Canadian.
Huh?
That other Canadian. You and I played that up in Cotton.
Elmer
Yes, that-
Bollinger?
No. The other one that Printer died from heart trouble. What is his name?
Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh,
He got a new heart.
Don
Don
Pettigrew.
Pettigrew. Yeah.
Which tune is that?
That one that we played up in Cotton as a duet.
Forget me not,
Yeah,
as far as you go.
Have you gotten to that age yet? We can't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, the age. One reason my wife wanted me up here, because I'm getting so forgetful, you know.
Oh, really?
Names are, of course, I've met a lot of people in the last few years, but names are
Names
just
of
disastrous
places,
for me
yeah,
now,
to
really.
get them started and, oh dear.
Let's try a little burnt potato in G.
that's never played in my part of the state, but in Central.
Really?
Well, because of this Cyril Stinnett I was talking about. That was one of his tunes.
Oh.
He really influenced a lot of fiddlers in Central Missouri. Big influence. But he learned a lot of his tunes from this Uncle Bob Walters I'm talking about. That was a Nebraska fiddler.
Oh, yeah.
And his tunes just kind of went around. Then tunes I used to hear that I thought, well, isn't that a sweet old Ozarks tune, you know? Well, Lonnie Robertson had brought back from up here that he'd learned from Uncle Bob Walters, you know. And now our fiddlers play them down there, like Lantern in the Ditch and Mahoney's Reel. I don't know if you've even heard any of those.
No.
So you're just enough over the line that
Yeah.
our Laplands don't lap
Yeah.
over here. You.
Sure.
Stone Dragon Seed.
Oh, yeah.
This Canadian is Red Bovette.
You could put that fan on, Lloyd.
Oh, you need to. Go ahead.
Are you guys,
I'm
on?
fine myself.
Are you?
But it won't bother me if the fan's on, so don't worry about that. That'll be fine.
Okay. We could put the air conditioner back on. We had
makes
it
a
on
nice
before
roar.
you come, but it's such a racket.
Yeah.
That, was this on? Did you have your tape on?
Yeah.
And then I'm talking.
That made any difference. I never turned off. I used to turn it off, then I'd forget to turn it back on, and by the end. But you know, see, when I started
Chording the piano, I had three brothers that played the fiddle.
Oh, yeah. Well, now, you're typical of a lot of families in the Ozarks. Oh, yeah.
I get so tired of chording for them. Oh, one more. And of course, in them days, we didn't go a lot. We made our own fun and our own music to home.
That's just happened in about the last 35 or 40 years.
Yeah.
But you know, my wife's family was an enormous family, and now, there wasn't any music in their family, but it was get-togethers anyway. Card playing and eating and having, you know, just on Sundays and on holidays, which was, I'm glad my children grew up with that. But I don't know what's happening in this country. It's a shame.
I know it. It ain't like it used to be.
Oh, it isn't.
Well, we gotta have a little Scandinavian music.
Oh, good. I want to get some of that.
Casey's Old Time Waltz.
Okay.
And D Dog.
I've heard that before, but maybe one or two times.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what would that be?
Casey's Old Time Waltz is the
Great,
name of
great
it.
It's a
group.
waltz. It's a different. Seems a little
Yeah.
different time, or a little faster time, or something than the
Yeah.
regular waltzes, isn't it? A little faster time, I think.
Probably a little faster, yeah. Play the Saturday Night Waltz, you know that?
I know it, but I haven't played it in so long that. Go ahead. I'll find it
That's in G.
somewhere. Okay. Played that yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
played
yeah.
that.
I've played, a few times, but Wednesday night waltzes and Friday night waltz are the ones you'll hear down here. I get my days mixed up on that. That's a pretty waltz. I like that.
I never could master that Wednesday night waltz.
Oh well, I
But
don't.
that is beautiful.
That's a pretty waltz, yeah.
Play the Missouri Waltz.
The second part of it
No.
goes into minor. It's prettier than the first part. The music
Really?
we don't, they,
Playing all those B flat much and stuff like that, but like your C and G and D, if I know a tune up here, it'll come out here. I can't tell you how.
oh no, yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah,
can't
he's
tell you
right.
how, but it'll come
Yeah.
out.
Oh, Art could sit there and tell me what to do on the guitar while he was
Yeah.
playing the fiddle. And you know, even if somebody doesn't know a tune, if I'm while I'm playing it, say like Missouri Waltz, we got
Yeah.
off in that. If I start to tell him what the chords are, I'll forget where I am and have to stop.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
And Art, and I've seen some other guys that could do that. If they could sit there and play the fiddle and say, now hit this and hit that,
Yeah.
you know, he can do that. Pete
Yeah.
McMahon can
I
do it.
can't.
But I can't do it. I'll forget where I am.
Oh, that Pete, when he gets started to play, I would think he'd be so worn out, but he can just go on
He
and on and
is
on.
the most aggressive contest fiddler I've ever seen.
Yeah. How
He-
is he?
Like I say, I saw him, that was June the 11th when I
This
saw
year
him.
now.
Yeah, and other than he's, of course, never gotten back all the weight he lost. You know, he lost so much weight that first go-around, and then he's had another go-around within the past year,
Yeah.
but he looked good,
Oh, he
other than
does.
being real thin.
I don't think he's going to come to Cotton, is he, this
Isn't he?
year?
I don't know.
I thought that's what they said. They didn't think
He may have to
was
cut
able
back
to.
on a lot of that track. I see a
Did he
boy
quit
one of the other
smoking?
fellows brought him. Well, that's good, and that's
Did he
probably
quit?
what
Did he quit smoking?
Oh, I thought you said he
No,
did.
did
Oh,
he?
I didn't notice. I was too busy getting
I
everything
just
going
wondered
to.
if he did.
I would think he'd have to,
Yeah,
because with your heart
Yeah.
like that and,
Yeah.
you know, and all that. But
and he's so thin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so thin.
Hey, grab your foot.
Oh, Lloyd.
Well, it's just
good, yeah. This is.
I'll never be a good fiddler.
You're better than I am. So that's.
No.
Oh yes, you are better. Better. I couldn't play a fiddle if I had to.
how it's doing.
Let me hear your G. Now the E. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another Scandinavian one. It's called Life in the Finnish Woods.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Key of
Craig's
D.
got that on his key of what?
QD.
D.
Dawn.
Wait a minute, I gotta tighten up. Okay.
fiddler's sitting there. I'm going to get my camera and take a picture because you won't be playing that fiddle all evening, I bet, and I want to take some pictures home with me.
Dear.
Don't feel, no, this is just for me. It's not going to be in the National Enquirer or anything like that. Just want to take a picture of you both sitting there with your fiddles. I'm going to take another one here to make sure. Come on. There. That's good.
I bet it'll never work now.
No, it fogged up, I noticed, just as I took that.
We got to get a picture of him, too.
Yeah.
Have you take a picture of me with him, too, you know, and everything?
Sure.
I just like I say, I got these notebooks on all the fiddlers and everything. I like to keep a record of it.
Yeah.
How about a gospel tune?
I don't care.
What a friend?
Okay.
In G?
Pretty. Well, you do some good twin fiddling now. You've been practicing together a few years, is that?
Not very many
Not
years.
many? When did you
no.
start learning?
Oh, I don't know. 3 years ago?
Oh, goodness. Oh, you didn't play violin before or anything? Well, you sound good.
Oh, I'll never be good.
Why, that sounded fine to me. Don't apologize for that. My goodness.
I like it, but I
Yeah.
can hear music in my head if I could only do it on the fiddle, but it don't come that
Yeah.
way.
How about in the garden?
Okay.
In the garden, that's G.
Oh, yeah.
Ringish and Rhinelander.
Okay,
Bob Andresen
Bob
plays.
plays, yeah. Bob played that the other night on the accordion.
Yeah, he plays it on a guitar too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He and that Gary just amazed me when we were at the
You know,
Smithsonian, because Gary picks harmony to his dad's leads, you know.
Sure.
Oh, they sound good. They play
Oh,
such
okay.
pretty stuff, those schottisches and polkas and everything they played, you know.
Yeah.
I got 2 of his guitar tapes.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those. I think there is that I've got.
That Penny Perry, that was Bob's sister-in-law. She was the sister of his wife that just died. She's pretty good at playing harmony on the fiddle.
I probably have on those tapes and haven't.
Here's an old Norwegian fiddler, Leonard Fossum from Mondovi, Wisconsin. It's called Randy Severson's Waltz. It's in D.
What was that? Oh, you told me about
Randy Severson's, isn't it?
Randy Severson's.
Yeah.
Play my, what do you call it?
Skirt.
No,
Skirts.
no, I never remember.
Oh, My Melody of
My
Love.
Melody of Love. You know that one?
No.
It's in G.
I should have about 20 more chords in that. Now, what are you hitting on first? You're going G?
G and then into E. And then
E minor, E. E minor.
Yeah, and
And C.
And then E.
Oh, E.
A.
A. Straight, skip the C and go straight to A. Okay, I was trying to slip.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of tunes.
You want to try it again?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
That is E, it's straight E, not E minor. It's straight E.
It was
E7.
7th. E7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can get by with my E. With a straight E. I was hitting E minor, and I knew that wasn't right.
Oh,
Now, when
yeah,
you get up in that
E7.
second part, where you hitting? You going to the D?
Then I go to A. See, first you start in G.
Yeah.
And then E. And
A.
then D.
And
And
then
then D.
D.
And then back to G.
What's that? What's that in? What's that?
That other one, I use my left hand and I go up to.
What is that?
I don't know what's it. What is
I don't either. That's what I could.
It's between. What do you call that? E.
What that?
Oh well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
This one here.
A flat.
A flat.
Let
Okay.
me see, A flat. There you go. That's A flat.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and then
Then I stay in D. It's just that.
yeah, then it goes up to D. Now, see, that's what. If we lived closer together, I'd learn all these little, like this old boy I was telling you about that talked about readers not making good. He said there's a bunch of those accidental chords in there. Accidental, he said. What do they call them? Or something. There's another word. The correct word is something else.
Occidental?
No, what is it? Anyway, he called them accidentals. You know.
Oh.
Now, I just learned what this was a few months ago. I've used this chord a lot in different tunes, but that's the first time.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like this.
Well, I
guy
don't know
down
the
in
names of these chords. You know. that's it.
Texas, he said, you know, he sees I use it, but I don't know what I'm doing. And he gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, I don't know the
She
names.
don't know what she's
Yeah, well,
doing.
what makes it bad. I mean,
Oh, I haven't played that.
That's okay.
it's all right.
Keep going.
That was it.
You made it.
Yeah.
You played the Chancellors?
I've known it if I can remember how it goes. It's in C, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
What is it?
Chancellors. You haven't played that either for a long time.
Oh, I haven't played that.
Yeah, you used
Well,
to play
you
that
did
for
it.
contest.
I haven't played that in a long
I
time.
haven't played that for a long time.
Have you ever been anywhere where Texas Shorty Chancellor is, the one that did that? Boy, he's a good fiddler. He's a James Chancellor, Jim Chancellor is his name. He's from Dallas, but he can play any style there is. He's and a nice. I hope wish you could meet him sometime. But he's one of the top fiddlers in the country, you know. And his brother, you ought to, if his brother's ever with him, watch him second him. They're like one instrument. Now the brothers, you know how Texas seconds are.
Yeah.
You know, it's that chomping stuff. But this brother, he bar chords, of course, but every chord is a complete chord. You know, just as smooth to watch him as anything.
Well,
But that's the one that wrote that. Is that Chancellor's Waltz, Texas Shorty
it is
Chancellor.
pretty. How about
Now listen,
Condemned Without?
I'll play about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna head because I don't want to wear you
We're
all
gonna have
out
a cup
here.
of coffee first.
Well, I may do that too.
Sure. Play Condemned Without Trial. You know that one? It's half too. makes an awfully good duet.
Yeah. Well, I want to take your picture while you're still sitting at the piano too. But you know, I can get you both like that. Can have more pictures of you. I think it's still working.
Oh.
You did get us.
No, I didn't get her at the piano though. See.
Oh.
I want to get her playing at the piano here. Well, that's all right. Yeah, you just
You want that
stand
light?
over there.
Will
No,
that light
no, this will
bother?
be fine. This will be fine. Okay. Oh, I'll be better turned on. That helps. Okay.
Now you have to get his picture.
Oh.
Or I can take it of you two playing.
Well, we do
Oh,
that.
that'd be
Here. Oh. Let me think of some other. What about St. Anne's Reel?
Oh, I've tried it, but I ain't.
All right, what's some others? Gaspé. What's some other Canadian tunes I'm trying to think of? See, you know so many more. These are just the ones that have drifted down to us down there, the ones I know of. That one and Wagner are among the two most square danced to down there. That's the two most they've danced square dance. That and Wagner, Tennessee Wagner. Then. Did you play Tennessee Waltz? In what key?
Play it and see, I guess. Wait a minute.
State off.
Huh?
You were just one state off.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kentucky.
Yeah.
we start off in B flat and play it in 7 keys.
Oh
That
my
was an
goodness.
exercise for him and for me too on the changes. You know, now I've forgotten almost all of them now. We used to be able to do that.
You
Just
did?
for an exercise between us, you know, when we were practicing. Yeah.
Huh?
Start in B flat and go to F
C.
and to, no, I think went to D. I don't know, may have gone to C and then to D. No, C and then G and then D, then A.
Yeah.
And then E, I
E.
think's what it was. I think that's the way we went. But it was good exercise for us, and I've forgotten some of those off chords in there. But I used to know them, transposing them, to, which is hard for me to do. If somebody changes keys on me, I'm not smart enough, if it's crooked, to transpose those keys right off. You know, some of these guys can really do that. Did you ever play Old Zip Coon?
Which?
Old Zip Coon or Natchez Under the Hill?
No.
Those are both pre-runners of Turkey in the Straw, and they're almost, well, Zip Coon's in G, and it's just a little bit different. And then I've got the sheet music on that from about 1832. It was a vaudeville tune, and then in the 1840s came Natchez Under the Hill, which was the body district of Natchez, Mississippi, you know, and it's in A, almost exactly the same. And then in the 1860s, the guy did this Turkey in the Straw and copyrighted it. And it's almost, they're all three. It just shows you how these tunes, people pull from these tunes and make new tunes, you know.
Is that right?
It's real interesting to get into some of these things. What are some other Norwegian tunes or something that might?
Only Nidelven. Nidelven.
That's a G. G.
Norwegian folk to it.
Yeah, going down too soon and up too fast and everything else. That's pretty tune.
Let's see.
Pretty tune.
That tune is pretty universal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. hope I didn't mess up that one part. When you get to
Oh,
the piano
yeah.
in a minute, well, I'll have you show what that part was.
I
After you go back to
never know where to
C.
put my fingers on here.
No, I mean on
I
that
really
part.
enjoy this because when we're here alone, man, nobody to accompany us.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is kind of halfway
And
accompanied
it's
here.
much more fun when there's somebody
Oh, well,
accompanying.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it just really lifts up.
I know,
Well,
like,
it's fun to play together.
even Lloyd, when he plays the violin alone, it's no fun, he says.
Well, you know, that's